Wisdom teething lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and FOUNT is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys, your game's all tight. FOUNT. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Did you all see me try to do the Gen Z heart? How's it? Is it like that? Am I doing it correctly? Oh man. See, my hand just automatically want to go to forming the heart the other way. It's something I'm trying. Hold on 1 second. I think, you know what? Give me 1 second, guys, because my thing is buffering, and we're going to have to get some people off the internet. Give me 1 second. I'm coming. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My internet was buffering. Too many of these kids on the internet, and we need to get this show going. Anyway, all right. Sorry for the delay. Here we go, guys. Back we go. Welcome to episode number 90 of Talking Truth to Teen Issues, Tissues at You. Today, you've seen it in the title, getting a job interview. Many of y'all are getting ready for those summer jobs. I've got a bunch of tips for you, and really a bunch of not what to do's. And not what to do is what you shouldn't do. And have you ever wondered what the purpose of sex was? Well, we are going to talk about that, in our FOCK section, where we talk about sexuality and relationships. And the mamas boys that are out there, I even have a special talk we're going to give to the mamas boys. And we cannot go this whole show without giving us a FOUNT tip. Today, it's all about exercising. Then we're going to wrap up the whole entire show where I tell you all about life riding the school bus in the 1980s. Whew, that seems like ancient history. We're going to go dig into a little ancient history back when Dr. D Nice was in high school, because y'all know I graduated from high school in 1988 at 16 years old. Y'all ready? Let's just hop into our show, okay? Let me get everything ready for y'all. Always have to have a tickety talk, some sort of Instagram reel or something that talks about what we're going to talk about today. And you see it right here. During job interviews, employers say recent college graduates have blank. Look at those. That is crazy. What does Dr. D Nice think about this? Let's see what she got to say. And taking your mom or dad to an interview? I'm trying to figure out what dressed inappropriately meant. They going in there asking for Billy to work at McDilly. Turn your cameras on. Is this for real? Nah. I feel like we got to roll it again. Let's roll it one more time. 22 and taking your mom or dad to an interview? I'm trying to figure out what dressed inappropriately meant. They going in there asking for Billy to work at McDilly. Turn your cameras on. Is this for real, real? Nah. It's for real. It's for real, real. This is a whole survey done, and people were out here struggling to make eye contact, asking for unreasonable compensation, dressing inappropriately, using inappropriate language, refused to turn on their cameras during a visual interview, and brought their parents to the interview. Where they do that at? We're going to talk about proper interview etiquette today. Thanks again. Shout out to Tade for our thumbnail. He's got the person dressed all nicely, looking spiffy. They got the tie on. They've got a cardigan. Is that a cardigan? And a collared shirt. This person is ready to work. Let's talk about what you need to do in an interview. We've just shown the don'ts. Let's just hop right into the do's. Number 1, in an interview, show up on time, whether it be Zoom, whether it be in person. Make sure you get there on time. And if you're on time, right at 8:30, the interview is at 8:30. If you're there at 8:30, you are late. Get there at 8:15. Survey the land. Make sure you know where to park. Make sure you know if you need to go to the bathroom prior. Make sure you know how to enter the building. All these things, get there on time. You can even go there the day before and survey the land so you feel a bit more confident the next day. Don't show up to your interview late. Now, here's the deal. I understand things happen. Things happen. It's life. Your car may break down. You'll run out of gas. Although, let's not do that. There's emergencies that occur that will cause you to be late. Don't sit there and not let nobody know. Call them. Make sure you have a number that you can reach out to the store, reach out to the manager. If email is the way that you all been communicating and you know they check their email quite regularly, send them an email. Don't just show up there late and be like, oh, well, I'm sorry, the dog ate my homework. No. If you know you're going to be late, just give them a call and let them know. Typically, people are gracious. They understand that things happen. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, though. It does start the interview off on a bad foot, but you have the whole rest of the time to fix that bad impression. You're gonna have to make sure you're hit with flying colors, short of somebody like really getting hurt or dying or something like that. You're going to have to make sure you bring your full A game to your interview if by chance you show up late. Number 2, dress appropriately. You saw that in there. Many people dress inappropriately for their interview. Do I have to show y'all that again? Let me fill that up just so you can see that. Just here you go. Right here, the second one, 47%. And these are not high schoolers. These are people that have graduated from college. They have been interacting with adults a whole lot more. They have been interacting with adult topics and subjects and things way more than a high schooler that most of you all are watching this live are. And they are showing up inappropriately dressed. I don't care. Wherever you're applying for, even if it's like McDonald's, a collared shirt will just elevate anything, okay? Not colored, collared. See? Collar like this. A collared, let's go back to the picture that Tade drew for us. You see? Collared shirt. You don't have to necessarily, a tie at a McDonald's interview would be overkill. You may want to just dress for the occasion, the place that you're going to be in. A collared shirt for a polo shirt with a collar, a button-down shirt, something. Just elevate your look a little bit more than jeans and t-shirt. You don't want to wear jeans to an interview. I don't care where you're interviewing. Jeans is never the order of the day. Jeans just scream American casual. You're American. Well, most of you that are watching are American. If you're not American, listen, no jeans to your interview. Way too casual for any position, regardless of where you're interviewing. Slacks, it can be those khaki slacks, collared shirt, and call it a day. Now, of course, if you're going in into a business office, you're going to be applied in a doctor's office. Read the room. Ask ahead of time if you're not even sure, what do I need to wear? Find out from other employees when you roll up in there, hey, what do you think, what's the attire around here? What do you think I should wear to the interview? Ask your mama and them. Ask your guidance counselor at school, the career development coordinator, what would be the appropriate attire to wear to your interview. Don't show up in there in pajamas, hair bonnet, on not put together well. And here's the next one. Read the room. Hold on. I feel like I need to put a megaphone on this one. Read the room. I understand that you're an individual and you want to represent who you are. The person that's interviewing you may not appreciate extensive tattooing showing, extensive piercings showing. If you are really genuinely interested in doing the job, read the room. Okay. Did you get it? You may have to take one or two of those piercings out if you want the job. If you don't want the job, don't apply. Most places they're going to have, these are Gen Xers like myself, maybe boomers. These are the people that are going to be giving you the job, maybe one or two millennials. Yes, millennials will be giving you a job. They may or may not be accustomed to see piercings everywhere or different style choices. It's okay to assimilate with the work environment that you're in. It doesn't change you on the inside. It doesn't. These are just exterior things. You were not born with any of these things attached to you. It's okay. You're not compromising who you are as a person. And if for some reason you feel that adjusting your style of dress to the environment that you're in will be compromising you, and there's no way that you could sleep at night or just function with or just live with yourself with this compromisation. Compromise. It's just compromise. If you feel that you can't live with it, then don't do it. Just don't apply for that job, okay? All right, there you go. We spent a little time on that one. Number 3, have your ID and your social security card with you. Any kind of government issued ID, photo ID, passport, just a regular ID. Maybe you don't have a driver's license yet, a driver's license. Make sure you have these things with you. Why? There's some of these jobs that they would just hire you right there on the spot. They want people. They need to get some warm butts in those benches. And you have shown up and they're like, yes, sir, start today. Have these documents ready that you could end up filling out these forms in HR right then and there. You just never know. Be prepared. And in the same aspect of being prepared, the same vein of being prepared, have some questions ready. You, of course, have already looked up a little bit about the company. I know, even if it's McDonald's, it doesn't matter. You've already looked up a little bit about what they're about and understand what this organization is all about. Have some questions for them. How about your time off? How often is the schedule released? Who are you going to be reporting to? Of course, these are things that sometimes they would already have gone over with you. you should still have some questions that you have for them. And if they're going over it through the interview, just check them off. It's okay to have a little notebook during the interview, and you can check them off. And if they didn't answer all your questions, then you can proceed with asking some questions of your own. And even if they answered all your questions, have some backup reserved questions. Where do you park? Is this the appropriate dress? Whatever. Have something ready just to continue the dialogue, just so they can see that you're a person that is inquisitive, that is curious about the position, that has been having some thought behind working for this organization, wherever it is, McDonald's, Walmart. I'm talking summer jobs here. Yeah. Okay. Then number 5. Number 5 is don't bring your parents. Look, I'm saying that. You're saying, like, Dr. D Nice, what do you mean? Do you see on there? 19% of people, 19% showed up with their mama and their daddy, or their daddy, at the interview. Like, where they do that at? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Why would you do that? Now you're showing your employee that you're immature. Is your mom going to be calling up there and cursing out the manager if they get your schedule wrong, if they paid you incorrectly? You're trying to establish yourself as like a grown individual, a person that is responsible. You don't need your mom and dad up in there. If you're young, maybe like later on, if you just want to introduce them, like, these are my parents, so they know that you got parents in the back that got your back, so they don't treat you crazy. That's about it. They don't need to be in the interview sitting right beside you answering questions for you. Yeah. Remember, you did. Yeah. You had that experience. Remember, you used to mow lawns. And like jabbing you in the elbow, jabbing you in the side, trying to trigger your memory from stuff that you don't even remember. No, don't do it. Do not do it. Your parents do not belong at your interview with you. They could drop you off. They can give you a little pep talk and kick you out the car as you go into the interview. They should not be walking in the room with you. Got that? Especially not a full-on college graduate. Did y'all see that? These are people that have graduated from college. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, number 6. Did I get myself worked up? I didn't mean to. Have a proper greeting. Hello, good morning. Know the person's name. Great if you say it. Give a firm handshake. No wet noodle. You hold their hand firmly. You're not trying to break fingers. You're just trying to a gentle squeeze. Look them in the eye. This is America. I know in certain cultures, you're not allowed to look people in the eye. Here in America, we look people in the eye. Most of the Western world, we look people in the eye. Have a pleasant look on our face. Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you. I appreciate the interview. And then, I didn't have that on my list here, but by all means, thank them at the end of the interview. Thank them for their time. Even send a card later on, depending on the type of position. For a McDonald's job, I don't think you need to do that. You don't need to send them a card, nothing like that. But right then and there, you thank them for their time and thank them for the interview and find out when they'll be getting back to you. Number 7. Get rid of your ums and likes and slangs. Word. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. That was. Let me just give. That's all the slang I can think of. Word. That's like so 1980s. I'm sorry. That's all I could think about. But no likes and ums and yeets and what else is, oh man, I'm sorry. list me some slang words in the comment section below that you could potentially say in an interview that would just not land right. Don't do it. Don't do it. Speak regular, plain old English and save slang language for your boys and your girls on outside. Any other tips that you have for interviews, let me know in the comment section below. There's tons more I could say. This is just the tip of the iceberg, just a response to this outrageous statistic that I saw on the gram. All right, guys. You all know next is our FOUNT section. FOUNT is the 5 keys, 5 of them, keys to wellness and wisdom to help you unlock your best. And today we're talking about the T in time, which is for time to exercise. We're talking about exercising. For you, if you're a teenager, you need 60 minutes of exercise every single day to be considered healthy. Now, guess what? You do not have to be doing them all 60 of these minutes all at one time. You can spread it out throughout the day, 10 to 20 minute increments. You do need 60 minutes of exercise every single day. Make sure you're getting that for have a healthy body. And of course, if your body's healthy, so is your mind. It is. It helps your mind to be healthier, better blood flow, just better cell health, overall, all these things. All these sound effects. I'm sorry. And then to not wrap things up, but now is our FOCK section where we talk about sexuality and relationships. Okay. Now, there has been some confusion as to what sex is for. You scroll through interwebs, y'all are on the internet, you see all these things. I even saw this whole Instagram page that was just it was like half porn. The words were pornographic. There was no imagery, but the words, it's just everywhere. And they're just really seriously trying to shove sex down your throat as a teenager. They're trying to turn you all into perverts. And let me try to explain to you what sex is for. Sex is made for 1, for reproduction, and 2, to establish connection between a husband and a wife. Anybody tells you any otherwise, they are deceived. They've not learned better, or they're just walking in their own will and feelings of what they feel that they need to do. That is what sex is for. Sex is to reproduce and for connection between a man and wife. Anything else just falls out of what it's supposed to be. Everything else. And when you fall out of the proper use of something, that is when things become to be destructive. You don't use things in a proper way. You're using a screwdriver to try to nail a nail into a piece of wood. Yeah, it may work. It's clumsy. The nail may bend sideways. You could miss and hit your finger. All kind of things could happen when you use things inappropriately. Do not have they, I don't know, the theys, they out there. Do not have them teaching you to misuse sex and your sexuality. People are out there saying all kind of things because the truth is they want to make money. They want to have you join the dark side like them. I'm sorry. It just gets crazy. Listen to me. Having sex outside of being married is not necessary for you to enjoy your life. Take your time, grow up, enjoy your time hanging out with your friends, just going out, having a good time, dancing, singing, going to the pool, whatever you want to do as a teenager, just take sex off the table. It doesn't have to be part of the equation of enjoying an amazing life. It really isn't. And when the time is right, when you've met somebody that you love and you want to spend the rest of your time with, you make that connection with them. You use sex after your wedding to connect you all. And when you all decide to have children, you reproduce. There you have it. All right. Next, we have our teen archetype. Today, we're going to talk about the mama's boy. I got 3 boys. Y'all know it. I have 3 boy children. They're amazing. I don't think none of them are mama's boy. They love their mommy, though. Let's just be honest. They love their dad, too. There are some boys that are absolute mama's boys. No decisions are made without their mom involved. It's not just parents, not like a respective parents. It's a very strange relationship. It's almost like, dare I say it, that the boy is almost the mom's girlfriend. And the mom is like the boy's, and the boy's like the mom's boyfriend. It happens. It's crazy. No. Separate yourself. Respect your mom's opinion. As you grow, make sure there are boundaries to that relationship. It remains like a parent-child relationship. You don't have to be up underneath your mother constantly. You all can, your parent, your mom, she should have an expectation that as you grow, you are beginning to use the wisdom that she taught you to make your own decisions. She doesn't have to be involved in every aspect of your life. And it becomes a really delicate dance, fine line. When you're young, when you're a teenager, there's definitely a line there that your mom is still your mom and you must respect her. As you grow, you do have to establish some sort of independence where you reach to your mom for consultation and y'all are not out there running around like your boyfriend and girlfriend, like y'all in a whole relationship. Especially even after, we won't talk about that, but if you don't slowly establish that relationship with your mom over time, what's going to happen? You're going to get married, and your mom it's going to be a threesome. Like your mom is going to be like a part of your relationship. Find the line. It's a fine one. You can find it. I promise you. With wisdom and a wise mom and wise son, you all could find it. Okay, let's go. Last, we're wrapping it up with the frontal lobe training. And that's where I share a story about when I was young. So, you don't have to learn from your own mistakes. You can learn from mine. And this one is not really a mistake per se. This is just a fun story, okay? When Dr. D. Nice was in high school, I graduated from high school in 1988. That means I got into high school at 1984. I started high school in Irvington, New Jersey. And in Irvington, New Jersey, nobody rode the school bus. The only people that rode the school bus, of course, I said nobody, and then I said the only. Don't worry about it. The only people that rode the school bus were people that had disabilities. That's it. If you rode the school bus, that means you had a disability, and that's all there is to it. Everybody else walked to school there. The majority of people walked to school. Very few people had their parents drop them off. It wasn't that kind of culture up there in New Jersey. Everybody walked, whether it was raining, snowing, shining, whatever. You just walked to school. That just is what it is. Then I moved to Lauderhill, Sunrise. No, I moved. Man, that's crazy. I moved to Sunrise, Florida, and I was zoned to go to Plantation High School. Plantation High School, everybody, the majority of people took the school bus. And Plantation was, back then, I don't know if it still is, was a pretty wealthy neighborhood. And the kids were driving Mercedes-Benz and BMWs and things of that sort to school, the ones that had cars. And the rest of us, you know, there were a few of us that were being dropped off in Toyotas and Mazdas and what else? Was Kias back then? You know, what was the other? Hyundais. Hyundais had come out when I was in high school. Hyundais, people were being dropped off in those things. But, you know, the majority of people actually took the school bus. It wasn't, you didn't have to have a disability to be on the school bus. It just is what it is. There's very few people that walked up to high school. There was some sort of wheeled device that brought you to school. Some people even had their own scooters, like motor scooters or bicycles that they rode to school. But very few people actually put one foot in front of the other and walked to school. On the school bus, we had an amazing time. Listen. It was just everybody up in the school bus. We weren't like friends at school. It was funny. Once you step off the school bus, we ain't even know each other. We dispersed in any different direction. Once we got on the school bus, all of a sudden we were click. We bus F7. we were just like click, hanging out together. We'll make up songs, driving to school in the morning. I remember it was like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, we remixed. Just all these strange, weird things that we just used to just enjoy being on the school bus. Great times. Here's the thing, guys. Wisdom understands that even little things, like sometimes in some areas, things are different, done differently. You know, the school bus is over here, only disabled people, and over here, everybody else driving. Things can be different in different places. Be open to the different experiences and enjoy it for what it is. Yes, it's different, but it's not endangering your life. It's actually making your life fuller sometimes to learn different things and try understand how culture is different in different places. Man, I said different a whole lot. And then there is stupidness, like, I'm not riding no school bus. That is for disabled people. No, different people approach things differently. Hop on the school bus, enjoy, meet people, make up songs about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You never know. You may like it. Anyway, guys, there you have it. Wisdom and stupidness. Choose wisdom. And remember, show me your brightest. Show me your best. Show me the latest guru. God's wisdom lets them look like stupidness. Okay, we're going to wrap up here right now. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm trying to go to sleep early today. Sometimes it's just, last night, I don't know what happened. I didn't end up going to sleep at the time that I wanted to. And I'm just going to try to head to sleep early today. And let's just do our usual answering. I should have this memorized. I don't know why. I do have it memorized, but I'm just going to read it anyway. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord turns his face towards you and gives you peace. Amen. May the Lord watch between me and you while we're absent one from another. Amen. All right, guys, I'll see you all next week, Wednesday. I already know what we're talking about. We're going to be talking about pledging fraternity or sorority. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. We're going to talk about that next week, though. Enjoy. Take care, guys. Always a privilege, always a pleasure. Love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. And we're out. We're out. Look at me turning on the megaphone.
Wisdom teething lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and FOUNT is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We've got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys Is your games all tight? FOUNT. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.